Speech off.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is my last middle grade March recommendations video. This is like contemporary books and one mystery series that I didn't know where to slot. It's the Boxcar Children series. I was obsessed with these as a kid. I couldn't get most of them because a lot of them were not on audio or in Braille. I got all the ones that Braille Institute would let me get my hands on, and I loved them, but now I'm going to start, if I ever get to it, a Boxcar Children journey where I read every single one and relive my childhood. So, yeah, I actually kind of got excited about it because Chloe from Always Booked, she was reading a couple of them to her kids. I don't think she's going on this very long, epic Boxcar Children journey the way I plan to, but you know. So yeah, like the Boxcar Children, like the first one, Henry, Jesse, Violet, and Benny are orphaned and they live in a boxcar until their grandfather rescues them. And then the rest of them are just mysteries that they solve, which are really fun. You don't have to necessarily read them in order, but I'm going to just because, you know, because I can now, because they're all available on audio and I can get them through, you know, my library, which I'm really excited about. Unlike the Babysitter's Club books, which I have to buy from Audible if I want on audio, but I'm doing it anyway because, you know, they're now available and I can have them. And they didn't used to be available on audio. Braille Institute had a few, but not all of them. They still need to work on getting the mysteries and super specials on audio, but I'll take what I can get. Anyway, now we've done that, let's do the regular old contemporaries. So the first one I have here is Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. I think I heard about this one through Amanda from On the Middle Shelf. I can't remember. Anyway, Melody is not like most people. She cannot walk or talk, but she has a photographic memory. She can remember every detail of everything she has ever experienced. She is smarter than most of the adults who tried to diagnose her, and smarter than her classmates in her integrated classroom, the very same classmates who dismiss her as mentally challenged because she cannot tell them otherwise. But Melody refuses to be defined by cerebral palsy, and she's determined to let everyone know it somehow. So basically she gets like this communication machine. The description's kind of vague, but yeah. She can't really talk or anything very easily or move much until she gets this communication device. And then she starts to be able to participate in class. Although, okay, this book is not fluffy. The ending is not fluffy. But that's why I liked it. Because you don't get... I'm not going to spoil the ending, but you're not going to get a kumbaya ending. And I appreciate that because kids suck. And this book shows you how much they can suck. So, I kind of like that. I don't know. It's just real. So, the next one is My Storied Year by Katie Proctor. I heard about this one through the Currently Reading podcast, and Katie Proctor is actually a member of the Currently Reading podcast Facebook group, like the Patreon Facebook group. If you're a Currently Reading patron, you can be in the Facebook group. So, I pay to be in the Facebook group. But Katie Proctor wrote this book, and she sent me a copy of it. It's not available on audio or in Braille, and I scanned it to be able to read it and converted it myself. And I destroyed it in the process, and, you know, because I had to rip out a couple of pages to get them to lie flat, but totally worth it. It's a great read. So, here's the description. I'm hoping these kids won't forever remember the smell of me. Dragon Stewart, 7th grader at Piney Woods Middle School, works hard every day to avoid bullies and his own weird sister. But things change when his mom gets sick and social services steps in to make sure they are safe and well taken care of. Spoiler, they're not. School has always been hard for Dragon. Dyslexia is just one of the deep, dark secrets that keeps him alone in the school hallways. He's sure that he will never do well in school, never belong, never be enough. Spoiler, he's wrong. That's all I gotta say, because you gotta read the book. It's really good. It's not on audio, so you'll have to buy it or something, but I loved it. It kind of reminded me a little bit of a book that Amanda from Book Lover Amanda just recommended, Focused. I just finished reading it. I'm talking too fast and stumbling over my words. Sorry. But yeah, I just finished reading Focused, and it kind of reminded me of that book, except Dragon's a boy. So anyway, next is Ban This Book by Alan Gratz. I love this book a lot. It all started the day Amy Ann Ollinger tried to check out her favorite book in the whole world from the school library. It's from the mixed up files of whatever. Something anyway. I thought the book name was written in the title, but it's not in the description. Anyway, that's when Mrs. Jones, the librarian, told her the bad news. Her favorite book was banned. All because a classmate's mom thought the book wasn't appropriate for kids to read. Oh, there it is. From the mixed up files of Mrs. Basil E. Frankweiler. Amy Ann decides to fight back by starting a secret banned books library out of her locker. Soon she finds herself on the front line of an unexpected battle over book banning, censorship, and who has the right to decide what she and her fellow students can read. So, for my Christian fiction readers, this is not like encouraging disobeying authority. It actually makes it really clear by the end of the book that parents are allowed to ban books from kids, but the libraries can't. Like, it really distinguishes who can ban books, you know? So, like, if your parents decide you can't read it, that's allowed, but, like, you can't decide for other people. That's kind of the point of the book. So, they're not saying that your kids can read whatever you want. Just in case you're worried about that if you want to hand it to your kid. But I thought it was a great read. Next, we have A Kind of Spark by Elle McNichol. I heard about this one through Katie from the Currently Reading podcast. And then I think Amanda from Book Lover Amanda said she read it, but I'm not sure. A neurodivergent girl campaigns for a memorial when she learns that her small Scottish town used to burn witches simply because they were different. Ever since Miss Murphy told us about the witch trials that happened centuries ago right here in Juniper, I can't stop thinking about them. Those people weren't magic. They were like me, different like me. I'm autistic. I see things that others do not. I hear sounds that they can ignore. And sometimes I feel things all at once. I think about the witches, with no one to speak for them. Not everyone in our small town understands. But if I keep trying, maybe someone will. I won't let the witches be forgotten, because there is more to their story, just like there is more to mine. So, yeah, that book made me cry. I loved it. Next, we have The Distance Between Me and the Cherry Tree by Paola Peretti. Funny. It's spelled like my name. Paola. Paola. Anyway, a rare book about a blind girl. Mafalda is a 9-year-old girl who knows one thing. Sometime in the next 6 months, her sight will fail completely. Can Mafalda find a way through a seemingly dark future and still go to school, play soccer, and look after her beloved cat? With the help of her family and her friends, Mafalda needs to discover the things that will be important to her when her sight has failed. So, yeah. She also makes friends with, I think she's a janitor, which I love. Like, that's like her best friend at school. So, yeah. Next we have Planet Earth is Blue by Nicole Pantaliakas. I heard about it from Book Lover Amanda, although she just finished reading it, and she wasn't a huge fan. I loved it, though. 12-year-old Nova is eagerly awaiting the launch of the Space Shuttle Challenger. It's the first time a teacher is going into space, and kids across America will watch the event on live TV in their classrooms. Nova and her big sister Bridget share a love of astronomy and the space program. They plan to watch the launcher together, but Bridget has disappeared, and Nova is in a new foster home. While foster families and teachers dismiss Nova as severely autistic and nonverbal, Bridget understands how intelligent and special Nova is, and all that she can't express. As the liftoff draws closer, Nova's new foster family and teachers begin to see her potential, and for the first time, she is making friends without Bridget. But every day, she's counting down to the launch, and to the moment when she'll see Bridget again. Because Bridget said, no matter what, I'll be there. I promise. Yeesh. Just prepare to cry. I won't tell you why. Apparently, Amanda was spoiled. Like, someone told her how it ended. It's better if you find out on your own. So, don't look it up. Anyway, those are all the middle grade recommendations I have for this year. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.
Stop recording video.